Ethan Cole hadn't been back to Blackridge in over 20 years. The town sat quietly between forests and fog, the kind of place people left and never talked about again. But today he was back, not by choice. The letter had arrived 3 days ago. No return address, no stamp, just his name written in shaky handwriting. Inside, only one sentence: "It's time you came home." At first, Ethan laughed it off. A prank, maybe someone from his past, but then he noticed something strange: the handwriting. It looked exactly like his mother's. But that was impossible. She died when he was 10. The road into Blackridge felt smaller than he remembered. The trees leaned too close. The air felt heavier. As Ethan drove past the old welcome sign, his phone lost signal. No service, just like old times. His childhood home stood at the end of Maple Street. Nothing had changed. Same broken mailbox, same peeling paint, same silence. The house looked like it had been waiting. Ethan stepped out of the car. The front door creaked open before he even touched it. He froze. "Hello?" he called. No answer. Just a soft, dragging sound from inside. The smell hit him. First dust, rot something. Older. He stepped in slowly. The living room was exactly how he remembered it. Same couch, same clock, same photograph on the wall. Ethan stopped breathing. The photo had changed. It used to be just him and his mother. Now, there was someone else standing behind them, a shadow. A figure with no face. A whisper came from upstairs. "Ethan." His blood ran cold. It was her voice, his mother's voice. He turned toward the staircase. Every step creaked as he climbed. The whisper grew louder. "Ethan, come here." The door to his old bedroom was open. Inside, the lights were on, but he knew he hadn't turned them on. On the bed sat a woman back facing him, long dark hair, still silent. "Mom," he whispered. The woman slowly tilted her head, not turning, just tilting. Too far. Farther than a human neck should move. Then she spoke. "You took too long." Ethan stumbled back, heart racing. "This isn't real," he whispered. The woman on the bed slowly stood up. Her movements were wrong, jerky, broken, like something learning how to be human. "Mom," he tried again. This time she turned and Ethan screamed. Her face was almost normal, but stretched. Eyes too wide, smile too long, like someone had copied his mother, but didn't get it right. "You left me," she said softly. "I was 10, Ethan said, shaking. "You died." "No," her voice dropped. "I was taken." The lights flickered. The walls creaked. Something moved inside them, not outside, inside. Scratching sound began, slow at first, then faster, like nails dragging across wood. "They live here now," she whispered. "Who?" Ethan asked. She smiled wider. "They don't like visitors." Suddenly, bang! Something slammed inside the wall beside him. Ethan jumped back. Another bang. Then, another. Like something trying to break out. "Run," she whispered. Ethan didn't think. He ran. Down the stairs, through the hallway. The walls began to shake. Cracks spread across them. Dark shapes moved beneath the surface. Watching. Him following him. The front door slammed shut. Locked. Ethan pulled at it desperately. It wouldn't open. Behind him. Footsteps slow, dragging. "You shouldn't have come back," his mother's voice echoed. Ethan turned. She was at the top of the stairs now, but something was wrong. Her shadow wasn't matching her body. It moved on its own, stretching, crawling, reaching, and then the walls broke open. Hands came out, dozens of them, pale, thin, grabbing. Ethan screamed as they lunged toward him. Ethan barely escaped. He grabbed a broken chair and smashed a window glass shattered. Cold air rushed in. He dove outside. He didn't stop, running until he reached the edge of the forest, gasping, shaking, trying to understand this isn't possible. But deep down, he knew it was real. That's when he remembered something, a story his mother used to tell him, about the house. She said the land was wrong, that something lived beneath it, something old, something that watched. Ethan turned back toward the house. The windows were dark, now silent, like nothing had happened. "Need answers," he said. He found the old storm cellar behind the house, hidden under weeds, locked, but The lock was rusted, easy to break inside. Darkness, thick and heavy. He turned on his phone flashlight. The beam shook in his hand. The stairs led down into the earth, each step colder than the last. At the bottom, he found a door, covered in symbols, carved deep into the wood, and written across it, "Do not open." Ethan hesitated. Then, he opened it. The room inside was wrong, too big, far bigger than it should be, and in the center, something moved. A voice filled the room. Not human, not even close. "You came back." Ethan froze. "What are you?" The darkness shifted, forming shapes, faces, hundreds of them, all whispering. "We are what remains." Ethan felt something, cold wrap around his mind. Memories flooded in. Not his own, people who lived in the house, people who disappeared, people who became part of it. "You belong here too," the voice said. Ethan shook his head. "No." But deep inside, something answered, "Yes." Ethan woke up on the floor, back in the living room. Morning light came through the windows. Everything looked normal. Too normal, no broken walls, no hands, no shadows. It was a dream, he whispered, but then he saw it, the photograph. Now it showed 3 people. Him, his mother, and him again, standing behind them, smiling. Ethan stepped back slowly. No. From upstairs, footsteps, then his own voice called out, "Ethan, come here." He looked toward the stairs, frozen, and then he understood. The house didn't just trap people, it replaced them. And now, there were 2 of him, one that escaped and one that stayed. The front door opened slowly. Ethan walked outside, into the sunlight. Free. Or so he thought, because as he walked past the car, he caught his reflection, and for just a second, his smile stretched too wide,